Schmidt, I don't think this is gonna work. Well, I mean, dude, look how much of the screen is covered. I know we don't have an image for this week anyway, but that doesn't matter. Look at all of this stuff in front of the screen. If I had an image, which I don't, it would just be so obstructed from all this stuff here. Okay, alright. Give me a minute, everybody. Let's point the camera down a little bit, and bam! Look at that, it's a new setup with a new shelf that I can use to make things look a little better. I know they're in boxes, I want to keep them in boxes, but y'all been waiting long enough. Let's start the show! Well, it's good to know you have some say. Vegeta? Really? You did see the last part, right? What's up everybody, StevDeS here, and welcome to another edition of Dragon Ball Days. This is something that I promised last year, and honestly, it took a while, but the Android Saga is a finicky little bitch right now. Every time you write a what if, the Android Saga is the best saga, but it's also the hardest saga, because once you involve time travel, that gets crazy. Plus, after I wrote Part 6, I realized that, well, more can actually happen. More than I gave credit for. Something that's going to require a vote by you at the end of the video. How are you going to vote? Well, hit the subscribe button and pay attention to any community tab notifications. I always put polls for future videos, or at least I try to make them consistent as far as after a certain part is released so that I can go to it. But I might miss, so you don't want to miss having your voice heard in one of these stories. Well, let's get back on task with the subject of today's video, the future warrior of this timeline, Goten. I know a lot of people had a big question about how the heck future Goten survived the future instead of future idiot, wimp, moron, degenerate, cool guy for the sake of being cool. Oh, come on, that's accurate! Future Trunks. Why isn't it future Trunks? In due time, I'll make a video explaining the future of Goten. Or maybe it'll be explained in the next part. For now though, let's get to criticizing you on your decisions! That's always fun! This is What If Goten Was Born First Part 6. We begin this part with Gero getting away from the Z Fighters, just like in the anime. The difference here is Krillin is not immediately knocked to the wayside upon chasing the Doctor down upon the Doctor getting away from Piccolo. Instead, it's more along the lines that, Krillin's training on King Kai's planet actually makes him a little more resilient to that special attack of his. Krillin's able to track down Gero's lab far quicker, but he's not quick enough to get in before the door's shut. However, with Kaioken, he can definitely make an alert beacon for everybody in the area. I did mess up a detail in a previous part, so let me clarify that. When the crew went to Namek, I said that Yamcha died to Vegeta, only to very much soon, later in the video, maybe about a minute or two later in the video, I claimed that Yamcha would stay on Earth in order to defend Earth while they were gone to Namek. I'm gonna clean that up here and say that, remember how the Ginyu Force went to King Kai's planet? Well, they were down a couple of warriors for that conflict. Before Krillin was resurrected to Namek, the Ginyu Force made it to King Kai's planet, and Chaozu wasn't really a big help. Jace, Birder, Raccoon, all three of them had to be taken care of by Krillin, while Guldo and Chaozu had their little psychic sparring match. Suffice it to say, Krillin has a good grasp on Kaioken. So the idea that Gero could just knock him aside is very much non-existent. He can pump out ×5 easily. ×10 is the pusher. Vegeta would blast the doors open, just like in the regular series, when trying to get in the doors, didn't end up working out. However, Gero has a lot less time in this timeline. 17 is the only one awake when Gero is found by the Z Fighters. Another thing that occurs in this timeline is the plane isn't shot down, so future Goten knows where to go when he senses that Kaioken go off. Everybody's gathered, and everybody's ready to fight the androids. The second future Goten sees 17 though, he goes Super Saiyan and charges up an attack. No! Kame! Kame!
Kame!
Ah! What? How? How are you alive?
Neat trick, Doctor. So, you're an android now, huh?
That's right. Gero ended up absorbing the Kamehameha. No damage at all was befallen of the laboratory.
Correct. And unfortunately, I'm a bit cornered at the moment. I require yours and 18's assistance in this matter. Attack them while I wake her up.
Gero turns around to unlock 18's pod. Bad move.
Sure thing, Doc. You know, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to set up a party for us.
Naturally, 17 does kill Gero here, but if you want a timeline where Gero survives a bit longer, check out the What If Bardock Went to Earth to Retrieve Goku. I know it's a long title, but the Bardock What If on this channel, check that out because I have lots of plans for that one. But factually speaking, this is one of those situations where Gero's not gonna make it. Even with a fully powered Super Saiyan Grade 1 blast in his arsenal right now, he still doesn't have the power to beat 17 and 18. They're more powerful than a Super Saiyan. They're more powerful than a Super Saiyan Grade 2, which I think Kamikolo is between Grade 2 and Grade 3 if we're really judging strength. So 17 being able to outlast Kamikolo? Yeah, even with that blast in his arsenal, Gero's still dead weight to the androids. Goten, the future one, charges in after 17, and, well, that battle kind of ensues. It's more like a 17 gives future Goten a backhand bitch smack. He blew a lot of his energy on that Kamehameha. He's kind of blundering in at this point. After being knocked aside, his rage does flare up one more time, and the lab is blown sky high. 18 is out of her pod by this time, but same thing as in the anime, they're able to get 16's pod, and they go on their road trip. Well, they would if a certain prince didn't have something to say about it. Things go just like the original. The main difference is Dr. Sensubin is on scene. No Bulma here. Bulma's still in the flying ship, and, well, they don't know he's Dr. Gero, it's just Android 20. Gero was on the back foot the whole way to the lab. They didn't need to worry about leaving the Senzu Beans with Bulma. All the warriors go their separate ways up to future Goten, Krillin, Tien, and Piccolo meeting Cell, you know, in the dead city. Vegeta doesn't show up here, he's more yelling his head off because he knows how powerful Piccolo is at this point. Goten, the present one, goes back home to check up on Goku and Chi-Chi, who is healing Goku. By the time Goku gets on his feet, the 17 Piccolo battle still wouldn't have happened because of how early the heart virus started taking hold. He had to take the medicine earlier, so he'll be up a bit earlier. Nothing like early medicine and Nurse Chi-Chi. Nurse? More like Dr. Chi-Chi. And Nurse Yamcha.
Beta male, got it.
Goku talks with Goten about the hyperbolic time chamber, and since they know about the lookout, Kame House isn't really a location that Goku's moving. They're going to move Goku to the lookout. It's not long after they get there that Goku is feeling good again, and he's able to walk around, he's able to talk a bit, he's not screaming his head off for hours on end. All the while, 17 still hasn't gotten to Kame house to confront Piccolo.
Nope.
As a matter of fact, they haven't even gotten to Goku's house and found out that Goku's not there. While Bulma is investigating the whole cell larvae pod thing, future Goten is confronting Vegeta because he knows that Vegeta is one of the most powerful warriors at this time. He needs to be around for these androids. Not a good call. Why won't you listen to me? Why won't you listen to me about these androids that end up killing everyone? What do you have to lose?
Don't get it confused. I refuse to follow some kid's advice, regardless of being a Super Saiyan. I will handle these androids myself. You might as well go back to where you came from.
But you can't, Vegeta! Nobody can stand up to these monsters alone!
I can and will!
Vegeta takes off, but future Goten quickly gets in the way and stops him, going Super Saiyan to prove a point.
I won't let you! Losing one of Earth's strongest warriors is really gonna put us in a bad way, Vegeta! This is for your own good! You'd be best worrying about yourself, brat! Now perish!
The battle begins, and Goku and Goten instant transmission their way there as quickly as possible. Their battle doesn't really last a whole lot before Goku and Goten are between future Goten and Vegeta. Future Goten is stopped by Goten while Goku faces Vegeta.
Out of my way, Kakarot! I have to teach that brat a lesson!
I'm not doing that, Vegeta.
Oh, come on! What possible reason could you have for helping this guy? He messed up against Zoro. He didn't stick around after giving you the medicine. He's been nothing but a pain!
Vegeta, I know how you feel right now. The android's getting away. It's a really bad situation. But you need to take a moment and feel him out. Then you'll understand why I'm stopping you right now. Vegeta does and is absolutely bewildered. He didn't put the pieces together that this was Kakarot's son from the future. Well, that's interesting. His little rival, Kakarot, and his future rival. They're all about the same strength, too. What the hell? Now there's another one? This does kind of aggravate Vegeta, but he does calm down when he hears about the hyperbolic time chamber. When they get there, Popo tells them, yeah, only 2 can enter at a time, and Vegeta, thanks to your vote, Vegeta forces future Goten to be in there. He still needs to teach that brat a lesson, and at least they'll get some gains from hating each other's guts through an entire year. As the door closes, there's someone else that knows clearly about the lookout and overheard that little tidbit of 1 whole day out here and 1 whole year in there. Chi-Chi.
Goku, you want to take our son to some place beyond space and time for an entire year?
Yeah? Why?
You are not doing so without me!
But Chi-Chi, please, you don't understand.
Don't you butt Chi-Chi me! How am I supposed to trust someone like you with Goten studies? Not to mention, you don't know anything about home cooking. I could only imagine the slop that you'd feed our son without me around. I could just eat senzu beans since I don't have to eat a buffet every time I sit at the dinner table.
Chi-Chi, I want you to come too. I do. But you heard Mr. Popo. Only 2 can go in at a time.
Well, Goku, that's not entirely accurate. I could hasten the time dilation, you know. That would allow Chi-Chi to go with both of you, but there is an issue. If I were to do that, then 1 day out here would mean a mere 8 months within the chamber.
So I can go with them if they lose 4 months of training?
Indeed, Chi-Chi.
And that is where this timeline closes up for right now. If you want to be more active with the channel, check out the StevDeS Patreon and the StevDeS Discord in the StevDeS description below. You might want to hit that subscribe button because this is going to be a big decision that I'm going to require you guys. Do they get less time but include Chi-Chi, or do they not include Chi-Chi and get the full year? This is going to be Chi-Chi making this decision based on her family, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and pay attention to that community tab if you want your voice heard in that poll. For more what ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as the next part of the Mario what if that's coming up, I'm going to have fun writing that one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Ow, I hurt my fucking knee at that. Ow. Ow. God, I landed on my fucking knee. Oh, I scraped my knee on that one. The show must go on. Here we go.